Hello everyone, a couple different videos in a series so I can show you exactly how everything goes. Some people don't buy the whole suspension kit, they just buy certain parts of it. And I wanted to show you what I did over here. So to get started, now I'm ready to install the coilover brackets for the coilover springs. So these are the brackets here, and they label them D right here, if you see that. D for driver side, and let me show you this over here. And that is P for passenger side. Okay, so what they do is they go right here, which is the shock area for the rear. If you watch my other video, I cut the perches off that go over here for the coil spring. So I'm not going to use coil springs. I'm going to use the coilover system only. So what I had to do in this particular rear, which is a speedway rear, this hole actually came already drilled. So instead of filling this with weld and plugging it, what I ended up doing was making it oblong so I have an adjustment area to move the bracket. In the instructions, they recommend that you put it flush to this bracket right here. So I tried to get that as close as possible. So like I said, I drilled it so I can adjust it just a little bit. It's hard to see. So I couldn't install it like this, which is perpendicular with the bracket, because if you look there, that bolt area does not line up at all. Actually, it's off. So what I ended up doing was tweaking it just a little bit to get that to fit properly. So everything there is going to fit nicely. And then once I tighten everything down, see that big space there, right where my fingers are, right here? So that's going to be tightened when I tighten the bolt to 75 foot-pounds. So I'm going to get started installing these brackets. I'm going to do one side at a time, and I'm going to show you what needs to be done. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be right back. All right. You install the washer on this 2.5-inch bolt. So what you end up doing is installing it here. I'm doing this with one hand, trying to hold my camera, and putting it in the original hole for your shock, which is right there. So I put that in there, and that's pretty much all you need to do. Now I drilled this hole, I made it oblong like I mentioned, and I'm going to install the upper bolt. So I'll be right back. Okay, I am ready to install the upper bolt. So that goes in there like this, okay? So now that being said, again, there's a space right there that I don't like, but what happens is when you tighten that bolt down with the nut, which is connected to your control arm, it'll pull that together. So let me do this to the other side, and I'll be right back. I have all the bolts in place right here. So I have the lower one. They recommend you tightening this one first. Then I drilled this one up here, made it oblong because it's a little at an angle. But I think because this is a aftermarket 9-inch rear, it's going to be a slightly different. I realized that these are the 4-inch bolts, because if not, they won't hit the nylon lock right here if it's not. So I changed them out from the upper control arms. I brought them down here. I'm ready to tighten everything up. I'm going to tighten them down but I am not going to torque them to 75 foot-pounds quite yet. So I'm going to wait. So once I do this, I installed the upper coilover bracket. These nuts here get torqued to 17 foot-pounds. So make sure you do not over tighten them. That's this one right here. Okay. Now everything is super loose. So this one I think is going to give me a problem. But anyway, let's figure it out. Let's do it together. Be right back. Okay, I tightened everything on the lower coil spring fittings here. So what I ended up doing was I made this whole oblong. In case you're wondering how I did that, I used this rasp drill bit. Let me see if I could put it in my hand and get a nice picture of it. Right there. See, it drills and then you could use it as a rasp. Very good drill bit. I don't recall where I bought it, but I'm sure you can find them out there. This one worked really good. I did both sides. It did not take long. Like I said, I marked the metal with my punch, and I used my drill right above the hole, and I ended up going in there and making it oblong so it fit, and it works perfectly. They also have this right here. I want to show you. This is another rasp. I bought this at the local hardware store, and the only thing is that it was too big. It wouldn't fit in the hole, so I didn't want to use it and make it bigger than what it's supposed to be. So that's why I used the smaller rasp right here. But anyway, I hope that helps in case you're doing this project on your differential. Everything is in place, and I wanted to show you this side as well. That's all done, tight and complete. Again, I didn't torque it down to the proper specs. See, I marked it up a little bit there. I'll touch it up with some paint. Again, this is the longer bolt. The 4-inch bolt goes here because of the nylon thread will not work if you don't have the longer one there. Now, I took this down so you can see it. This is the upper coil spring connector, okay? And these are the bolts that go with it. It comes in a kit, so what I'm going to do is install that one, and I'll show you what it looks like over here. So this is what it looks like. It's not tight, but it's just sitting here because I just was testing to make sure everything fit properly before I went ahead and installed it. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'm gonna tighten these down. These get tightened to 17 foot-pounds, okay? These larger bolts get tightened to 75 foot-pounds, in case you're wondering. Okay, so I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'm going to turn it back on when I'm ready to fit the coilover spring. I'm going to reinstall this piece here for the coilover, and I'll be right back. Okay, now I'm ready to install the RideTech coil springs. Coilover springs in the back. So I installed the brackets on the top and on the bottom. I torqued the top down to 17 foot-pounds like they recommend. And I didn't torque these yet because I want to make sure everything's fitting properly before I go ahead and torque everything down. And I put this spring together so I can show you. This is what it's going to look like when everything's all done. So here are the spacers here, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom. If you have any questions, let me know. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to assemble it from scratch, okay, in case you have any questions. So I'm going to set my camera up on the tripod, and I am going to take it down to where it is ready for the installation. So I'm going to go step by step. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll be back in a minute. I hope you could see everything well. What you have to do to start is to remove this. This is for the rear coil springs. You need to remove this little screw that's holding this plastic knob on. Okay, so it is a T10 star bit. So in case you're wondering what size that is, it's really small. So you unscrew that, and the reason why you're unscrewing that is to make sure that everything slides over. Okay, so then you take this nut here. It has like little hole things. You can put your fingers in there and turn it. So this goes in the bottom, okay? So you put that on, okay, just like that, and just screw that on just a little bit, okay? Once you have that done, then you get one of these little flat washers. They're called the, if I'm not mistaken, the Dell ring washer. So that's gonna go on here, okay, just like that. Okay, that fits right over there. Then you take your 12-inch spring and you install your spring. I'm doing it with the letters down in case you're wondering why I flipped it. So you install that over the spring, and then the other. Once you install the spring, then you need to install the other thin plastic washer. Then you install the cap over that, and that's why you removed this plastic cap, so this fits over. And then what you end up doing is taking this retaining clip that's right here, and I'll show you. This is the retaining clip that goes right along here, okay? So what I ended up doing was just pushing it over the housing here, getting it in the right spot. And I use my fingers. It's not that hard to do. So you just push that in. Okay, now once you have that clip in, go in from the bottom and tighten the big nut here to give some tension to the spring. Okay, so once you have that complete, that will not move on you. Okay, so that's nice and tight. So just make this just a little tight, and then you're going to go in. Once you put the weight on the car, you can adjust these individually. That's what's really nice about this kit. And I want to show you, this is the wrench that you use to adjust the height. Once you get everything figured out exactly how you want it to ride, they give you a wrench. Everything's included in the kit, which is really nice. That goes in there, and then you can turn it. The reason why they have this little plastic piece here is so you can screw it on fairly easily. Then they give you a washer right here with a hex head that you would put in there and tighten it so it doesn't move up and down on you from vibration and whatnot. So I'm not going to install the little bolt quite yet. I'm just showing you how this goes together. So now when you're done doing that, put your cap back on. What they recommend is you make this fully tight, so when you remove this little screw. So now it's still in a full tight position. I think I forgot to mention that. Just go in here and tighten this screw, and that pretty much finishes the installation of the spring assembly. So now when you're done, you have to, all right, that's nice and tight. Now you have to install these aluminum spacers in here. So 2 of them go, 1 on each side, okay? And what I've noticed is one is sticking out further than the other. So I'm assuming that is positioning of the spring when you install it. So you have to figure that out, I'm assuming, on yourself, because they're not telling you which way it goes. So that pretty much is the completion of the spring. So now I'm going to go ahead and install it. So I'm going to bring you back down off the camera, and I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to do that. Okay, the coilover spring is installed right here, so it's in the proper location. There's the bolt. Okay, everything looks nice, looks really sweet. There's the upper section of it right there, all done. So I did the same thing on this side. So the only thing I have to do now, see, the upper bolt is installed, and I am gonna bring this over to the proper location right here, and I'm gonna take the bolt with the washer and just slide it in. Okay, and I'm installing washers on every location. I just old school like to do that. The only thing I don't like is that these are not black, so I might have to go in later and just touch them up with some black paint, paintbrush, something like with some enamel. Just brush it on because I like the black look. I don't like this color. So that's it. It's installed. It's done. Like I said, the only thing you need to do now is basically just tighten this up right here to put some tension on the spring. Just by your, right now I'm doing it by my hand. And then this piece right here, let me show you. I mentioned it before. You pop that little plastic spacer out, and what you do is you go in there and you install this screw with a hex head, and that locks it in place so it doesn't vibrate loose up and down. But I won't be able to do any of the adjustment until I put the weight on the car itself, and then I'll do my final adjustments. But as for now, that completes this video on how to install and assemble the coilover for your A-body Ride Tech suspension kit. The other video I'm going to do, I'm going to install the sway bar next in the other video. So I'll be back. Hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. Please like and subscribe.